one constant that I had. I came to know a father who knew every wound and every secret that I so desperately tried to hide from the world around me. And yet he loved me through it all. When I believed that I was broken beyond repair, he called me redeemed. When I believed that I was unlovable, undeserving of anything good, and unworthy, he said that I was chosen. I was already loved, and that I was never truly alone in this life. Over time, his truth began to drown out the many lies that I carried for so many years. And slowly, I started to see my scars not as shame, but as proof of survival. God didn't just step into my story and erase the pain. He used it. And like fire shapes metal, he used the heat of my past experiences to strengthen me and to refine me. And without him, I would not be where I am today. Now, the final stage of my healing was to learn how to acknowledge my pain, not as something to hide from, but as part of my journey. For a long time, I wanted to run from it. I wanted to simply move on. And more than anything, I just wanted to feel normal. I felt like I had this big old stamp on my head that said I was in foster care and it was on display for the whole world to see. But true healing meant facing it head on. And as I began to heal, my thinking was transformed, and I stopped seeing my trauma as something that only brought brokenness. And I began to recognize how it had also given me strength and prepared me for what I do now. Like metal placed into a fire, my pain shaped me into someone stronger, more compassionate, more resilient, and more refined. And through God, my story was reframed, and I no longer just carry scars and pain and trauma, but I carry strength and I carry courage because I have found purpose in it all. Just as I had to acknowledge the scars from my past in order to be the person that I was created to be, I feel like some of you may need to acknowledge some of yours as well. Not all of you have been marked by a traumatic childhood like I was. But as those of you who have chosen to step into the fire on behalf of hurting children, I know your story has been marked by the flames. You've been scarred by heavy caseloads, long nights, countless meetings, court hearings, emotional weight, behavioral challenges, and moments that made you question, can I even keep going? Is it possible to make it one more day? You have poured out yourselves for children who need you the most. And just like that metal in the flame, you are also being forged. Forged through sacrifice, through compassion, through perseverance, and a kind of love that refuses to give up. And just like the children in your care, you are also being forged with purpose. And the strength that is being formed in you may be the very thing that a child needs in order to keep going in their journey, to find hope and to find healing. So tonight, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you for being willing to stand in the fire with us. I want to thank you for picking up the hammer and choosing to shape and to guide and to fight for those who need us the most. I want to thank you for forging us. And let's be honest, just like a blacksmith, you are helping to forge a masterpiece. You are the ones that show up day after day. You are the ones who stay. You love when it's hard, and you keep fighting for healing even when progress is slow. So again, I thank you for standing in the heat, for choosing love, for making room in your life, and allowing your story to be marked by the flames so that someone else can rise from it and live the life that they were created to live. And from someone who has been forever changed by your courage, I am eternally grateful for you. Now, I still watch Forged in Fire from time to time with my dad whenever the reruns come on. But now when I watch it, I see it so differently. I don't just see metal being formed and really cool weapons being flung around, but I see my story. And I see what I hope will be the story of those that I serve. You know, I love the theme for tonight. Because of you. Because of you, children are being forged. And not only that, but they're being forged in purpose. So let's celebrate that tonight. Let's celebrate all the sacrifices that you have made. Let's celebrate the victories, no matter how big or how small. Let's celebrate the fact that you are here tonight, that you have put your yes on the table to serve children who need us. And let's celebrate the amazing work that you are doing day in and day out. It often goes unnoticed. But what I want you to know is that I see you. And I also want to thank Crossnor for just everything that you do on behalf of families and children. I want to thank you for making sure that every child is in a safe and loving home. I want to thank you for supporting families and making sure that the social workers and everyone else involved has what they need in order to do the best they can to make sure every child knows that they are loved. I'm on this stage tonight because of you. And I give God all of the glory for my story, for my healing and the scars that I now see as a sign of strength that I've been so fortunate to find in Him. Thank you.